see this? Little boy gonna be held up by the media. Not the press, the media. Feel bad for this little boy, don't get me wrong. My heart goes out to him and his family and all the rebels out there. Rebels. All the free people of the Middle East. Okay? You see what the Communist Conspirator News Network, is that the CNN logo up there? No, that's what. No, that's the CNN logo. Okay. The Communist Conspirator News Network does not go into any more specifics about this airstrike. You see that? It's just destroyed in an airstrike. Like a bird shot a bomb. Really, just an airstrike, huh? Not a Russian airstrike, not a Assad regime airstrike. So people know that it's Putin's puppet regime. You know, if you cared about America, you might say that. I thought CNN was an American-based company. Didn't they get their... Wasn't that cable? The very cable they're talking about? Wasn't that paid for with American dollars? On American soil? And dropped overseas with American ships, too. Oh yes, cables, not satellites, connect our internets. When they decrease the lag time, it's because they switched to fiber optics. Fiber optics are much faster than any would-be satellite anyways. All waveforms travel much faster through solid objects, especially light. Oh, that's some unknown physics, apparently. Seems pretty basic physics to me, but apparently y'all have been untaught that. Speed of light, not that fast. Not in spiritual reality, anyways. If you want to live in some kind of fantasy world, go right ahead. So, an airstrike, huh? And they go on to, an Aleppo worker posted the video. More than 300 people have been killed in Aleppo in recent weeks as the Russian-backed Assad regime encircles, starves, and slaughters a city, an ancient city founded by a tribe of Israel that converted to Johannite Christianity and then was completely wiped out by the Muslims. Later they let the Christians in and, you know, slaughtered them again later. A little bit back and forth, you know, that kind of thing. Huh. But don't get me wrong, not all Muslims are bad. A lot of them would rather be Christians. They're just too scared to fucking apostatize. Yeah. So, yeah. There's that. Family's home was just destroyed. This is him. And he is now being used by the media. Just the way that little kid was being used, that was floating in the water, was used to say, shame on you, let us invade Europe. Okay? Shame on that kid's parents for letting him die in a fucking ocean. You know? If you ever see one of my children dead in an ocean, look for my body too. Okay? Because it'll be there. Fuck. Fact of the matter is, there are many very well-to-do areas in the Middle East, and believe it or not, in Africa and Asia as well, that could have taken whatever economic refugees that have just been pouring into Europe. And they're just boats full of 100 men of military age, okay? Just boat after boat of 100 plus men of military age. You hardly ever see any women or children, and there's plenty of stories of them killing and raping women and children and tossing them overboard. If Christians get on the boat with them, they toss them overboard. You understand? And take their women and children as slaves. To this day, okay? And the very same people who were causing this to happen are funding the BOM movement in this country. And they're descendant and follow in the tradition of the very same people who, quote, sold us the slaves. And by us, I don't mean me. Chances are, if you're white watching this, I don't mean you. Because chances are, your fucking family didn't own slaves, did it? Oh my God. Chances are, you've never committed an act of racism, have you? Chances are, if you're a police officer watching this, you haven't ever committed an act of racism, have you? You serve your country out of the goodness of your heart. And this shit going on today tears these guys up inside. I know, because I talked to them. And then they see these assholes with their false flags things. Meanwhile, they're consoling the family members of the people who died. You know? It's disgusting what's going on. Like I said, just the lack of truth being told irritates me. I'm going to stop filming this video because I don't want me